Welcome to the first day of the 2024 One Lap of America race. Thanks for tuning into this. I'm Amos Winter, and thanks for watching the Mechanic channel. So what this day is all about is the wet skid pad tests here at the Tire Rack headquarters. The way this event works is we have this circular skid pad at Tire Rack. They use this to measure lateral grip of tires, and we each do 2 laps clockwise and counterclockwise in order to measure how much lateral acceleration we can get. So you can see the next car coming on right now. The trick of this event is that you need to keep as tight radius as possible, because the way they calculate lateral acceleration is they just measure your time going around the circle, and they assume you're at the minimal radius of the circle. So if you veer away from that minimal radius, you actually take more time to go around the circle, and thus you get calculated a lower lateral acceleration. So you'll see the really good drivers are just about kissing the cones. This Miata's okay, but they could definitely be running tighter. And it's a bit counterintuitive because you want to go faster, and to go faster you have to go on a bigger radius, but if you go on a bigger radius you take more time and you actually get a lower lateral acceleration score. So they're turning around right now, and now they're going to run the other direction. The other trick actually here is to do that turnaround, you want to go the other way around that little island so you can come into the tangent of the circle a little earlier and get your speed up before you go by the flag waver there at the start finish line. Here's the line of cars waiting to get on the skid pad. You can see it goes back pretty far. On the first day we run in numerical order, and being number 80, I think I'm running last because number 82 dropped out of the race. This is kind of a disadvantage to wait in line this long because your tires get really cool. For me, my carburetors would start kind of bogging, maybe fouling the plugs. So I do it a bit different. My technique for the skid pad is that I get my tires slightly overpressurized compared to what I do on a track. So I'm actually doing 33 on this right side in the sun, 32 on the left, and then in the rear 38 on the cool side, 39 on the sunny side, and that's like 2 to 3 psi more than I usually run. And so the other thing I mentioned that a lot of people are just sitting around in line. What I'm going to do is actually run some laps to scrub and heat up the tires out behind the building to get them hot and as sticky as I can before I do the wet skid pad. Here's my lap on the skid pad, and I did something different this year. I actually ran it in 3rd gear because 3rd gear gave me better control of the torque to the wheels instead of in 2nd gear where I would have applied more torque with any push of the gas pedal. 3rd made it much smoother and gave me better control. I was pretty happy with this lap. You can see I'm staying pretty close to the cones and trying to keep my radius as small as possible. So that's my counterclockwise directions, and now I'm going to turn around and you'll see that I go the opposite way around that grass island than most of the competitors. And the reason I do that is so I can get back to the circle sooner, and that gives me more time and more distance around the circle to get up to speed before I cross the starting line again, where you can see the guy waving the green flag. Going clockwise is a little trickier because the cones are on the other side of the car and it's a bit harder to see, but I was quite happy with how close I was able to keep the car to the cones. And overall, with this run, I was extremely happy. I ended up getting 15th out of about 80 competitors, and that was much better than I anticipated. Unfortunately, it's probably all downhill the rest of this week because my car's not anywhere near as fast, and nor is my talent anywhere near as good as most of the drivers, but I'll take the moment of glory today. So stay tuned for the next update coming tomorrow.